Alright, so, the skeleton, again, immediately brings Miriam down to 0.
Damn it!
She keeps being, like, resuscitated, and she's, like, underneath the skeleton, he's, like, just, like, with these, like, horribly wretched teeth, like, gnawing into her neck.
Fuck it! She can get fucked.
She's gonna need an artificial neck after this.
Yeah, I'm going to have to use fucking healing spirit.
Son of a bitch. Okay, so one of them natural crits. We'll say it wasn't one of the sword ones.
Shit! I'm surrounded.
All right.
Well,
All right.
I want
So
to be able to
Yurdle,
heal.
you get hit for 29 points of damage.
What?
As these two skeletons take their sword and jab them into where your neck meets your shell, and this other skeleton just kind of nibbles on your arm.
Nibble, nibble, nibble.
That's fucked.
And you are brought down. Alright, Elliot's turn. Alright,
Main boy Elliot, save our asses.
Elliot, make a recurrence.
Do a kickflip, man.
alright. Elliot,
How is it? Yep.
Elliot gets pushed off the edge by the skeleton. And he sort of just starts falling. And you can see he kind of pushes the skeleton off him as he kind of like drags him down with him. So the skeleton goes down flying as well. And then Elliot will pull out his broomstick.
Hey.
And he probably went down about, let's call it,
I didn't mean to click that, we'll see.
probably went down 20 feet, just real fast, pulling out the broom and like getting it into going. So he's going to move up, back to the catwalk, and he is going to grab. I know he's not gonna grab. He's gonna fly up next to Julian. And that is gonna have to be his turn. Gale, how's it going? Oh, no crap. The skeletons also would have attacked, so we're gonna do that real quick. Yeah, neither of them hit. So these two skeletons are attacking you, but you're just sort of fighting them off, like a little bit of sword fighting. I know, I thought Julian was the one who's scared of undead. You're not. What was the wisdom save?
Just see
It was
check
probably
us.
a thing to check whether or not he was going to be smart enough to assist the others or not.
I mean, it
no,
doesn't
to
know
run
what's
away
going on.
because to run away because multiple people is better against 2 than 1.
Yeah, you might be greeted by the horde of the undead.
Mm.
And bring more undead.
So I am going to roll the opportunity attacks, even though they had disadvantage.
One of them.
Alright, so your current AC is 18, so one of them will hit you unless you want to use your little fancy shield things I know you have.
No, I have 1 spell slot left. I'm not wasting it on 2 skeletons.
Alright, so then one will hit you for 8 then, and just claw you as you leave. Alright, Miriam on a second death save, here we go.
Can she use my inspiration while she's down?
I don't think that's how it works.
It isn't.
Son of a bitch. Alright, so Miriam, second failure for this death.
You really don't want Miriam to die.
Why would I want them to die?
No, I mean the DM.
Why would he want them to die?
Alright, so Friendly moves up a couple spaces towards the door.
Oh, sweet.
Alright, Yurdle, death save.
I know. Oh, success.
Alright, awesome. Julian, also a death save.
Oh, am I leaving?
Is that the second failure for you?
Yeah. I'm coming, Blossom Lady.
Alright, so the skeletons all wheel around now, facing Elliot.
Hello there.
Here comes another one shot.
Elliot's about to make a fine addition to their collection.
Okay, I swear, I promise, I'm legit. I'll send you guys a picture if you want of every time I roll the dice. I
Yes!
swear one of them also rolled a natural 20, but the rest of them all missed.
Oh my god. This Nat boy.
Okay, so can we have the skeletons move separately and have their own initiatives? So there's spaces in between their attacks?
Real quick, I'm just gonna make Elliot's things available. So yeah, they lay into him for one of them stabs him in the chest, but he's still up and fine. He is going to get on his broom and he's going to he's going to like how would he do? Okay, he shoves Julian on top of his broom and sort of starts. He disengages. And sort of starts moving backwards, and he has his broom sort of pull Julian along with him.
Ellie boy.
And then Dante comes down and kills them all.
Gale sort of yeah, no, okay, so as you walk into this room, which I'm just assuming you're doing, and that's going to be 30 feet of your movement. You actually do see Dante. He's standing in this room. He seems to be walking this way, and I'd like you to make a perception check.
Needs disable shit.
Dante looks totally fine and very chill.
Dante was just ripped out of reality for a while.
Okay,
Don't worry about
okay. I need to brace myself for this. Okay.
Yes!
Miriam makes a success.
The moment when you've worked on a character's backstory for
I
so long.
really like Miriam. I don't want her to die. Alright, this box does like a little like shuffle underneath these guys' feet. You know what? The one with the sword is he had to check to see if he gets swept up his feet, but he's checked, so it doesn't matter. Alright, Yertle, another save.
Please the Lords be with us.
Nope.
No.
The Lord is abandoning us.
I need to just use my fucking trackpad.
Alright, Julian, you're up.
My life. Mein Leben. Oh, fuck off. I can't handle this, man. My heart can't handle this. I can't.
It'd be much easier if the skeletons all didn't move like a hive mind.
Look, man. I'm fucking. You know me.
Alright, so... Actually, you know, I'm gonna make him save again because he has to walk over the box.
There is one
this one guy gets tripped up by the box.
Just steps on the box and kills the book instantly. GG.
The rest of the skeletons will start to move up to Elliot. They all attack him. It's only 3 this time.
Well, you say that, but with your dice, it's like 20.
You're
No crits. No crits. 2 14s though, which is funny.
That's his AC, I'm guessing.
No, his AC is 13.
Well, nice knowing you.
One skeleton is just eerily watching Miriam, waiting for her to get back up.
I fucking dare you.
Fucking dare you, man.
Elliot also goes down.
Well, that's us, boys.
Good game!
Shit, this was I didn't think this would be this. Okay.
Same time next week.
We're all wizards! You need to, like, lower the challenge rating because we're all whiz boys.
Yeah. We are all wizards.
Challenge ratings. I don't use those.
Can we get divine intervention?
Could Vincent come down and kill him and save us? Come on, man, hit me up. Where's the mithril man? Bring him
Blossom
back.
lady appears out of nowhere. Fucking like
That's Vincent's wife.
In-
Cheers.
No,
in
no, it's just gonna be the
powers
door.
Julian. The door just
I
uses
go
a yell.
super blossom.
Yeah, you
No,
go
no,
super
no.
blossom.
It's like a
Yeah,
freaking
you
animal.
know,
Dante sort of strides past you through the hole in the door and starts heading up the stairs.
The door opens. It's Headmaster Dorian, and he just
Oh,
does
no.
like a gotcha.
Master
Gotcha.
Dorian with no eyes.
He's looking at
Has
the
no
wall.
eyes. Gotcha facing the wrong way is looking into the pit thinking we're there. Just he's coming behind him. Who's that? Where is everyone? Why is it so dark all of a sudden? I'm probably going to be shoved into the abyss if I'm not careful.
Gale, go ahead and make a wisdom check with disadvantage. Although I'm gonna say you're gonna need to have line of sight with the person you want to try to heal.
That's gonna be Yordle.
You can't see him from there.
Okay.
You can't see either of them. They're a level above you, man. There's stairs here.
Lol.
Oh.
Damn.
You can't see through the grating at the bottom. You can't save my future
You can't see they're
wife.
dead at least. Okay, no. So as you get the you can see Yordle or Miriam from there. I'll say.
Oh, Yordle.
Takes a step forward. I can see them now.
All right, Yordle. You go up onto 1 hit point. Gale. You will take 7 points of damage.
Oh.
Oof.
Don't mess with that type of stuff, man.
Yordle, can't you
So
heal
Gale,
while
you
in
sort of
animal
hold out your hand or your wand or whatever, and you sort of like try to stress yourself to cast a spell you don't know, and you feel like this surge come from like inside you that feels like a spell, but it like pings inside your head, and you have like this like ringing in your ears, and you kind of like you go to like hold your head in your hand, and like your vision kind of blurs for a sec, and you think you did something. All right, Yordle, you're up.
I have one fucking idea. What's the only thing I can do? 'Cause I can't cast. Well, I could cast Healing Words, but Miriam's already gone. It's too late for her. I could try revive her instead of getting up like Julian.
Just like bonk yourself with the door. End it.
And no, I was going like Healing Word and then transform, or Healing Word and try, you know, resurrect someone without the required items.
Oh, don't worry. Someone's doing that already.
You're down.
Well, if I live.
Yeah, I mean,
If not, I'll just see her in the afterlife, so either way it's a win-win.
nah.
She's
You're-
waiting at the pearly gates for me, boys.
You're getting the fuck up.
No, fuck you.
Also, Healing Words is a fucking bonus action, Jeff. Trust me. I know what I'm doing.
I would suggest transforming after you healing words.
Oh, yeah.
Full health bar and everything.
Yeah, I know. Healing Words on Julian, and then I'm going to transform into a Tigeroonie.
Using a main action as a bonus.
Yes.
You're
I
giving
understand.
the healing word to Julian.
Yeah.
All right, Julian, you're back up.
Son of a bitch.
All right, Julian, you're alive again.
Woo.
You see that this skeleton has its sword plunged into Elliot's chest. And he's sort of just lying there with his eyes closed, like, as blood, like, seeps into his sweater.
Yeah,
And,
alright.
these two skeletons are, like, clawing at him, and as they see you sort of stir, they sort of turn towards you.
Alright,
My one-
shit. Sorry, brother.
You're currently, like, tossed on top of Elliot's still floating broom.
Out of panic that skeletons are here, I'm gonna turn to Elliot and just, sorry, brother. And I'm gonna healing word him, and then I'm gonna Thunderwave. because it also hits him.
Alright, it's
no.
con save. Alright.
Yeah.
Let's see how Elliot's constitution's doing. Elliot's got pretty good constitution. He has a lot of drugs.
No.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's one of the things.
Alright,
my
Elliot
sweet
goes back
prince.
down. Yeah, you say goodnight, my sweet prince, and like he wakes up just to see thunder like illuminate and like his eyes go white.
Sam,
He
stop pointing!
slams into the wall.
He's fine, I'm saving him from the death. What happened to the railings, man? Oh,
Alright,
thank God, railings.
the one with the armor, nothing happens to him. He doesn't even seem to be phased by it whatsoever.
Oh my god.
This one doesn't get pushed because as soon as it hits him, he immediately explodes into bones and just like splat, like little bone fragments explode and just go everywhere. This one gets slammed against the wall by like the lightning surge, and he just kind of just falls off the edge and just keeps going. And then, how far is the? Oh, six, okay, yeah. So this skeleton also has to save then.
How fast is Elliot's broom? Because you might want to catch him.
You have no idea, and you also don't know if you can control it.
Yeah.
Like the way it works is because you can't control it while not riding it, but you could ride it to go get him.
Yeah, but there's a skelly right in front of me, so
Yeah.
that's terrifying.
Opportunity attack, that's right. Well, bye, Elliot.
Yeah, he's in the range. We'll go and make him do it. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So the skeleton on top of Miriam also just like explodes and shatters.
Wait, really, all the way down there?
Wait,
Jesus.
Yeah, it's
What?
within 60 feet.
Oh, damn.
What's this?
Wait, does that mean,
I don't
Yeah,
think my
Yertle, you
spell is
also have to
60
save.
feet away. Thunderwave's
Oh, that's the
only
healing
like
word. Never mind.
Yeah, Thunderwave's only like a 15-foot thing from me.
Yeah, never mind. He's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading the wrong thing. Never mind.
Yeah. It's 60-foot fucking, yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, that'd be fucking insane.
Well, you all hear it at least.
oh yeah, the book and the other armored boy.
Oh yeah, the book.
We're just releasing it.
The book goes flying back. You rolled a 1.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh no.
The book just goes flying down.
Flying back.
But we'll say that the thunder sort of like melts away the box,
What have obliterated
and the book just starts flying around on its own. Dante would be up there by now.
You have been up there before.
Well, when he killed a skeleton over
Yeah.
Miriam?
No. So wait a second. Okay.
There's this dude here still.
No.
Oh, nice.
So actually, okay. Now that I think about it, Dante has to make the save for the thunder wave. See, he would have been standing there.
Thunderwave is 15 feet. If he's standing
Yeah.
there, then he wouldn't.
Actually, never mind. You're right. Okay, yeah. He just kind of stands there, and his hair kind of flies back, and like his coat around the legs like flies back with the force of the thunder wave.
Anyway,
But he just stands
fun
there.
fact of Spellbound lore, there has been no recorded event of a revival in history.
Well, you're about to see one.
Alright, so, Dante Eldritch blasts this skeleton. And the skeleton just explodes. And just goes flying that direction. And then that's all he does. Yeah, this guy does 7 damage to you, so you go back down.
Good night. I'm back.
I want to deal with the skeleton.
Gale, as you walk up there, you see the skeleton start to actually, like, start to get off of her. And she's just got, like, no neck anymore, almost. There's just, like, you see, like, the bone and just, like, this, like, horrible bloodied mess and, like, all these, like, cords of, like, her, like, larynx ripped out and sort of splayed all over the place. And as the
I don't
skeleton
think
sort of rises
healing
up, it's,
word
like, still
will help
connected
that.
into his teeth. And blood just, like, kind of pours out over her face. And she's just kind of staring up with, like, glassy brown eyes. Just kind of completely
No
still.
healing words can help you there.
Killing me, bro. Killing me.
Wrong.
Is that
wrong
a
attack.
6 to hit?
Yeah. Hey, if I miss, I get to roll again. It doesn't matter. I use boomerang because of that.
6 does not hit it.
Weird, cheap spell.
Alright, that will hit it. Go ahead and roll the
It's just
damage.
advantage for nothing. Like, and extra damage.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
kills it. Just
Wait,
gonna rip through this
boomerang
thing.
blade. Wait, what?
It's a special
How does
thing with
that
his
work?
class.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
Alright, Yurdo, it's tiger time.
It is. I'll move right up behind this guy. That's sweet. Pretty sure it's bite, then if the bite works and they fuck up, it's what's it called?
So, Gale,
11,
question.
I'm assuming, doesn't hit.
No, you don't hit him.
Damn. Yeah, that's my turn.
Alright, so the book moves up, and then Dante sort of walks up beside you, and he holds out his wand, and he Eldritch Blasts the skeleton. And he doesn't kill it, but he sort of just sends it like careening over the edge and sort of flips over when it hits the railing, and just kind of goes falling under the abyss. And with that, initiative is over.
Ah, shit.
No, I will heal you after combat's over.
It's
'cause
over.
I will revert back
It is. Do you
to
return
normal.
back to? Okay.
Yeah.
Yurdo, you are busted up. You've got like blood sort of pouring down your shell. I don't know what color turtle blood is, but it's that color
It's
a lot.
red.
Can we say it's green?
No, turtle blood is red.
Yeah, so you just got red like spilling all over you. You've got gashes coming out of like your like sort of where your shoulders come, and just like spilling over your shell.
Elliot hanging off the rails,
I
or
don't know what
is
is
he just...
Elliot's in free fall. Elliot is falling right now.
Oh god.
I have no way of saving them, so I'm going to cure wounds.
I got it.
But McGee.
Okay, we'll just like swan dives off.
Gale, do you pull out the broom?
Yeah. But I'm using
Alright.
it purely to take me down, because I can break my own fall anyways.
Just Gale,
Go
you
ahead
know,
and
some
make
people?
a
Oh.
athletics check.
Whew.
Ooh.
Alright, you go down 70 feet into this pit with the broom. And you see Elliot and you sort of catch him. And you sort of, I'm assuming you like lower to his altitude so you don't like cut him in half with the impact. And you sort of fly him back up and just dump him off the broom. And now you don't have to make a perception check to see that Dante. Actually, here I didn't think of that.
Dante was meant to be here all along.
His hand is bleeding, like a lot.
Everyone else around you is just dying. Dante's hand is bleeding.
You just see that. Julian, you're back up. Did someone cure Elliot?
Yeah, I'll also give him a tap. But I need to reopen my character sheet. That stuff.
Jesus, what happened? I left
But
the
on
keys
this note, I will be out of spell slots.
Yeah, kind of take a moment to like look around as life is forced into me one more time.
I'm gonna run over.
Alright, so yeah, Julian, as you come to, you see that everyone is here, including Dante. And there's no more skeletons that are alive. You're just sort of surrounded by bones.
Yeah, you say everyone's here, but they're not.
Gale
Everyone's present, accounted for.
Including Miriam. Alive is a different problem.
I kind of sit up very suddenly, and just look around.
Gale, you stand over Miriam, and she looks very, very dead.
And then a thought rushes to your mind. 2 more skeletons are coming.
Oh god.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm rushing to Miriam's body, man.
Fuck that. Gale can take 2 of
Gale, you have no idea. There's never been a successful resurrection recorded in the history of Spellbound lore.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yodel's like out of spell
didn't
slots,
say
but
that.
he will try help with reviving if it requires. And he's like just near death, bleeding out type thing.
Yordle, I need to borrow your door real quick. There's 2 more coming. I was looking for you guys because I accidentally triggered one. I never should have left.
Do you even know how to use my door as a weapon?
I'm just blocking the door with your door.
You're
Hey.
blocking the big roller door with
Irish,
a small
that's pretty
wooden
good.
door.
I attempt to stop any current bleeding that's going on through her.
And there's a
half
lot
neck.
of bleeding.
Yeah, he's just kind of wide-eyed, just trying to stop it.
I
Did
do
really
have
Muttering
medicine.
no over and over.
Blood everywhere.
There's a big old streak of blood from where the skeleton who was like devouring Miriam like splayed away from her.
I need to shut up.
Elliot gazes in utter horror at Miriam,
Of course, they have to be fucking skeletons.
and he starts like hyperventilating, like he starts freaking out. He's not saying anything.
Yertle's going to go into a prayer to the spirits, asking if this being may have one more chance with the living, and if the spirits can fix what has been wrong to the body.
We're basically all gonna do our individual things to try and revive her, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Everyone is trying to make an attempt at revival. Go and make a wisdom check
Oh yeah,
with
I'm
disadvantage.
offering myself to the gods for this. Like they can take anything, but not this.
All right, Gale, for attempting this, you take 12 points of damage. Yertle,
Well, that
I don't
doesn't
even
matter how
have
much you
healing
take.
to fix my... Yeah, I can't even heal myself at this point.
you
Sorry.
take 8 points of damage, and you go down.
Julian's completely just begging the gods in his mind
Everyone
to do something.
Huddling
Like,
around the corpse just explodes.
yeah,
Uh,
because that ain't gonna
Julie,
fly.
you do not take damage, and you pass out.
Nah, shit. If I see the blossom lady, I'm gonna fucking punch her in the temple.
Okay. Elliot,
Just
Fucking
fucking, like,
boxer in the ear.
king hit her. Just be like, fuck you.
Elliot, I need help. There's help. Two reasons. One,
How
we
is
need-
this the Blossom Lady's fault?
Julian's just mad, okay?
Completely her fault.
If anything, this is Elliot's fault.
Hey, we don't play the blame game.
Gale is completely blaming himself because he left for a second and one of you fucking died.
Alright, so
And?
just first off, Julian, join me in the little private
Oh fuck! I'm gonna
little
box
chat
this
chat.
shit down. God damn. See you, boys.
See,
What have you done to me, man? It's only Sunday.
I know, man. You guys haven't even been at school 2 weeks.
Oh, that's fucked.
Alright, so, after you sort of concentrate, like, very, very hard, you
It's
don't even
less
feel like you managed...
concentration, honestly. It's just desperation.
Yeah, you don't even feel like you get a spell, even in any form. Like, you don't think anything magical even happens. Just, like, the effort of trying just makes you pass out.
Oof.
And sort of like when you dream and when you've dreamed in the past, you don't feel like you just like kind of close your eyes, like you sort of like just drearily like come to and like the dream is happening. But in this sense, it feels like time passes in the dream. Like you feel like you close your eyes and then like you feel like years later you're having the dream. When you awaken, you're in a very unfamiliar place. You're in sort of this weird, like, void of sorts. It's like the sky, except that nothing sort of, like, really seems to make sense. And there's all these sort of, like, wisping sort of clouds and colors and, like, things around you. And you see the familiar form of the Blossom Lady standing there. Sort of this woman created entirely out of like cherry blossom petals, and she's sort of standing in front of you, sort of across like this weird skyscape of colors, and she says, I'm so sorry, Julian.
And he kind of just looks at his hands, shaking wide-eyed. Just looking around. Kind of too startled to even, like, in his head, it's probably just, like, blank noise. Like, as if, like, a bomb had just gone off.
She sort of reaches out, like, one of her hands, like the leafy hand, towards you. And you don't, like, so much get closer to her as it seems like the distance between you two just kind of snaps in half. And you're in front of her, and she sort of, like, reaches out as if to touch you, but then kind of lowers the hand, and she says, Julian, this has happened before, but never this soon. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this to you.
No, what do you mean? It's not it.
She says, listen, there's something you can do.
What? Anything?
It's going to require a great
I
sacrifice.
don't care.
She says, listen to me, and she looks at you with like this like very strange intensity that she's never given you before, almost like a glare. She stares at you. She says, "This will hurt you greatly."
Kind of stares up, almost meeting her gaze. Without her, there's no reason to protect anything.
She nods and she says, "I knew you would say that."
School be damned. That thing that came out of the mirror be damned.
She smiles and just sort of lets her hand fall back down, and then all of a sudden you snap back with everything else.
Oof.
All right, all of a sudden Julian snaps back awake.
Boy. Did you punch her in the face?
Nearly.
Nearly?
Julian, I need you to roll 2 d20s.
Oof.
Oof.
I may have said some things.
All right, Julian, you feel an intense and sudden pain come over you, like a huge stinging throughout your body, and your body starts convulsing, like you're having a seizure, and you start like flailing around. And Elliot instinctively starts backing up away from you.
Nothing my heart isn't feeling right now.
And I need you to make a Constitution check.
Oh shit. Nope.
All right, Julian, your vision starts blurring.
Oh shit.
And like you like there's like flashing colors going on in your vision and like in your eye span, and like some of your vision starts going black again. You think you're gonna pass out. You're going to take 4 points of damage because it's just the only thing remaining from taking you down to 1 hit point. Julian, your Constitution score is going to permanently decrease by 3.
Oh.
And then Gale.
Mm-hmm.
You and Elliot sort of look at Julian, and you see his left arm starts disappearing.
Oh shit.
It's eroding, or like it's decomposing. Like his fingers and his like the skin on his left arm start like turning into like dead leaves.
Well, if I can
Julian,
see it all.
you start screaming uncontrollably, and all of your body is feeling immense pain, and you can't feel any of your limbs.
Ah, good. Perfect.
And it lasts for like 30 seconds, and then it stops incredibly suddenly. Julian, your left arm is gone, and you feel, first of all, a lot thinner, but you also feel very frail and weak, and your skin is like a very pale shade right now.
Oof.
And all of a sudden, Yertle is brought back onto 1 hit point.
Oh, hey. Welcome back.
And you see Miriam's eyes light up with like a flicker of like consciousness, and the blood coming out of her neck starts coming out again.
No.
Didn't we wrap that? I have bandages. I have a healer's kit.
Okay, go make a medicine check then.
Do I get advantage or just not disadvantage because I have a healer's kit?
Go advantage. Go ahead. Alright, so you sort of manage, you don't stabilize her by any means because most of her neck is gone. But you start like trying to like wrap around like other places and like trying to like do whatever you possibly can. And as you're doing this, she sort of like starts like slapping your hand away, and she holds her hands onto her neck. And there's sort of like a golden light comes out, and like her neck starts like reforming. And there's sort of like this like very fresh like her skin starts like stitching itself back together in like this golden aura. And she sort of seems stabilized, like her neck is back.
I'm getting to just look at Elliot. Okay, someone just died. We're telling the school about this one way or another.
Oh. Actually, yeah, no, Julian is missing like
Elliot looks to be in shock. He's staring between Julian and Miriam, and his just like eyes are wide.
Yeah,
And
like,
he's still got like still bleeding stab wounds all over him.
Julian like rolls onto his back at some point, and just rather than pain, he just has this stupid smile on his face. His face
And
is, like,
Miriam runs
coated
up.
in
She
tears.
wraps her arms around Julian, and just kind of clings to him.
What? Okay. What the actual hell just happened?
I think he tries to talk but just can't.
Miriam is also silent. She's not saying anything.
He's like one word away from passing out.
Also, I feel like this is my fault, so if anyone wants to punch me, I give them full permission.
I go to swing
Perhaps
my
maybe
nub at him.
You don't have a nub. There's
No.
nothing there. As when the shoulder like there's not. You basically don't even have a shoulder anymore.
The phantom pain. I can still feel it. I think at this point, Julian's hair has gone pure white from just stress.
Yeah, it goes shock white,
Yeah, like...
And
Tokyo Ghoul style, just like.
Yeah.
Alright, so Elliot starts like rapidly pacing. As at this point, the book, Friendly, is just slamming against the wooden door.
okay, everyone, let's sit the fuck down. We almost just died.
And like as the book keeps slamming into the door, like little red ripples and like words appear all around it. There's like a force field around it.
I whisper.
Miriam is still just kind of clinging to Julian.
I love cheesecake. Just real late at night.
Julian, are you standing or are you just kind of like on the ground,
I
just,
am
like kind of
like
sitting up?
I'm laying, just not moving a muscle, because they all.
She's
hurt.
still hugging you. She's like snuggling you essentially.
Oh, for fuck's sake, give me a sec. I'm gonna just kick open the door. Or the skeleton. Actually, I'm just gonna go and lodge my sword into the door, please. And just keep it there, because I have a feeling.
You're gonna close this door
Well,
and wedge your sword in it.
Yeah, because I know that, there may or may not be two more.
Elliot is like holding his temple with one hand, and he sort of looks at Julian. And he says, "Can you walk?"
Hey, I'll get back to you on that one when I try.
I want you to make a strength check.
I want to pull out my broom and attempt to. Oh, great! Now my strength and con are the same. I'm not sure that
Julian,
considering the plus.
You managed to stand, but you don't think you think you could walk, but you would definitely trip, especially downstairs.
Oh yeah, I like propped myself up with my broom, just leaning purely on it.
Miriam will kind of like walk her way off the catwalk and sort of just pop a squat, leaning against the wall. And Elliot is also going to walk down.
Yeah, I
sort
was
of
going to
just,
stand
like,
here in
pose
case
himself.
the door tries to
I probably
open.
just sit on the top stair, like realizing the first step hurt everywhere.
Yeah, you sort of see Dante was standing stock still during all of this, and as you guys go into the short rest, after about 20 minutes, you see he kind of like staggers, like he's about to fall down, and then he starts looking around, like he really is confused, and he sees you, and he starts like walking towards you, and he says, "Hey, where are we, man? What's going on?"
We are. Where are we? Where are we, Dante? We are somewhere.
What? Are we in the? Where are we?
Not at school, I think. Yes.
We are in a dangerous place.
We are.
Someone just freaking died.
I don't think this is
Yeah.
Kansas anymore, Toto.
So
By
we're somewhere. We're in. a place where it's non-magic users normally reside. This is a very magic user place for some reason.
Okay. Julian, okay, so do we know that people can't be revived, despite the fact that we all tried because we're impulsive teenagers?
I mean,
so the way this works is that you don't know the threshold between death save and death, like the same way that CPR and stuff can be used to like bring a person back. Like you don't know what happened. All you know is that Julian's arm fell off and his hair turned white.
Okay, Julian, what the hell happened? You passed out, lost an arm, and
So you don't know that this was actually a resurrection. You just know that he healed her and it did something to him.
Yeah, Julian. Okay, what the hell happened? How do you fix her neck? Where is your arm?
He's still like just wiping the eternal stream of tears out of his eyes. Just still smiling under his hands or hand.
Also, I'm completely sorry. I didn't realize this. I left for like 18 seconds.
And Dante kind of just like he looks around like really curious. Like he's like looking around like he's seeing this all for the first time. And you see his hand is like completely covered in blood.
Dante, what the hell happened to your hand?
Yeah, I kind of look at it and it's just like, oh, you too?
He sort of like doesn't even seem to recognize like that there was something wrong with his hand. He like kind of looks down. He puts his wand in his other hand, and he sort of looks at it. And there's an eye symbol carved into his right hand, and it's like
the palm
bleeding all down in his arm, on the palm. And he says, "Oh well, shit." All right, Elliot kind of walks over to the door and he says, "Oh, all right. We need to forget the book. Let's just get the hell out of here."
I know that we just nearly died, but we are already freaking here. We should at least end this. If we're gonna, and then report this place. Cause fuck this. But we might as well finish this while we're here.
Elliot says, "Julian doesn't have an arm. We all almost died. I just want to get out of here. We need to get out of here. That's all we need to do. We need to get out of here." And he goes to like grab your sword to move it out of the way of the door.
There are 2 skeletons beyond that, by the way. Give me the thing. Oh, was it?
He nods. He says, "We'll have to fight them, but we'll just get out of here."
Who's gonna take the book? Because it's currently flying and flipping its shit.
Elliot will go grab it.
Did I hear anything they were talking about?
Yeah, they're kind of talking about it like within range.
Oh, as he walks up past me, I'll kind of like very like as if I'm trying to stop him, but just can't. I kind of grab onto like his shirt.
Elliot's?
Part. Yeah, I'm just like, you said you could get expelled, man. You sure?
He says, I would also get expelled for murdering a freshman. So I think I'm gonna leave it as is. Yeah, Elliot will pretty much say a bunch of say, "Well, I'll come back here with more people." That's not. I'll come back and I'll get the book myself. It'll be cool. It'll be awesome. Don't worry about it.
No, you won't be safe.
We're
We almost died all together. You by yourself will not be the best option.
Whoever did this is probably also still here. Let's kill the fucker for murdering us too.
What?
Well, not nearly murdering us or successfully. I don't know what's going on, but let's.
Elliot says we are not in shape to kill someone, especially if there's someone who makes skeletons that almost kill us. We just need to get out of here.
He's definitely right.
We do need to leave.
I'm kind of missing an arm.
I kind of feel like collapsing.
Alright, what check do I gotta make to go downstairs?
Let's call it either acrobatics or dexterity.
Oh, help Julian
acros.
down the
Check
stairs.
this. Tobogganing.
Julian, you make like a really confident first step, and then you go to completely face plant and collapse onto the stairs, but Yertle sort of catches you.
Yeah.
And Dante is also sort of there, and he just kind of like, the two of them sort of help you up, and they'll sort of just like lead you down the stairs.
It's a merry group.
You see, boys, I put a chock in the door. They can't close this one.
Gale, do you pull out the sword?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so, you can hear, like, scratching on the other side of the door,
Yeah,
but as you pull it out,
I'm
nothing
ready to
happens.
flip Pender.
I got this. I'm gonna just burst open the door and turn slash. I hit the first thing that's through there.
You can't burst open the door because it's a sliding door.
Right. I'm gonna
Yeah.
open.
Alright, so as you swing it open, there are 2 skeletons, and everybody roll initiative again.
No.
Julian, you definitely had disadvantage.
Gladly. No, I can't just click. 4 it is.
Alright, Elliot goes first. Alright, so Elliot just kind of moves past Gale. He's gonna hurl a firebolt. That misses. Just kind of goes sailing into the room. And he's just gonna make a break for it. He's gonna sprint past these 2 skeletons to get past here, taking 2 attacks, which both hit him. He's gonna take 11 points of damage, bringing him down quite a bit. But he just kind of runs past him. And then he's gonna like turn about face to like turn around and face them from behind. Like he's not sprinting, but like yeah, Gale, you're up. Alright, which one are you hitting? Alright, you just cleave that thing in half. Just like tear it to pieces.
Foul creature! Be gone! I was meant to do disadvantage. Oopsie.
Alright, yeah, you take it out. You just like smack this skeleton against the wall. And that's initiative. So
Julian
Yeah, everyone's
lets
back
off
to
his
normal.
flipendo that he had prepared. Just kind of fizzles.
now just Dante supporting Julian. He's gonna kind of walk you towards the door. Miriam will follow. Alright, Elliot's got like a lot of slash marks. Like his shirt is basically non-existent anymore. It's kind of like a tattered like mess across his chest. And he kind of waves for everyone to start following him, and he walks out. As you sort of walk out, Hans immediately goes to fly onto your shoulder, where
Yeah.
you once had an arm.
Yeah, I usually raise my left arm to catch him, but it just feels super weird when I try to.
Alright, Elliot walks ahead and he gets in the driver's seat.
Just for one.
Alright, so Julian, Miriam, Gale, and Dante all cram into the back.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Alright, so Elliot kind of spins the car around and kind of just drives off. He pulls up Google Maps on his phone.
In the 30 meters,
No.
turn right.
He'd probably he'd type in like a point to get to the gold ward, so the marketplace. And kind of drives off.
I just
Alright,
keep
so
it
as you
a
guys
secret,
sort of go cruising off on a little road trip,
like drifting the whole way.
Miriam eventually will sort of tilt her head onto what remains of your shoulder, Julian, and she kind of dozes off.
He's probably already fast asleep.
Yeah, you're probably also just unconscious.